Although my YouTuber name is Digitally Yours Adele, today I'm going to be doing a movie that's not at all digital. So if you watch me but you don't like digital, this is your day. We're going to make a thumb ball. A thumb ball is a fun way to practice oral presentation with your students or even with colleagues if you're a teacher trainer. There's very good thumb balls out there on the market, as you can see here, and you can buy them for about 20 bucks. But if you don't really feel like spending all that money and you want something that's going to be a little bit tailor-made to your needs, you can make your own. So I went into Macstock, and for about 20 shekels, I bought this ball. Here's the process. So the first thing you have to do is decide on a topic. Each ball that you make can have a different topic. It can be general, about getting to know people, about getting to know your students. It could be with questions from the oral bagrut, preparing them to talk about their project, say on one ball, and interview on another ball. Or you could just use it for staff building, which is this ball that I made here. After you decide what the topic of your ball is going to be, make a list. So I went on the internet and looked up all different thumb ball topics and just looked for a whole bunch of questions, and I made a list. Once I had the list, I took my ball. The ball has spaces that are black and spaces that are light. So when I bought this ball, I bought a marker that writes in shiny silver ink, and I bought a thin marker that I can use on the lighter area. For this ball, I happened to find that it already had the lines on it. However, this ball, which was the first one I actually found, and it's a better color, you're going to be able to read the black writing better on the green than on the blue. But it doesn't have the lines. So you just take a marker and make your own. Here we go. All ready to be turned into a thumb ball. So I have this thumb ball was already made with topics to do with teacher training, with the teachers in my community. This one is going to be for my students. So I prepared 31 topics, which should be more than enough. I didn't actually bother to count how many spaces I'm going to have. The hardest part of it is finding the shortest questions to put on the little black areas, because those are the small areas, and my pen here is a little bit thicker. The green areas are larger, and the pen that I have is thinner. I tried to use a correction pen, but you have to press on it in order for it to work, so that won't work. So this is just a cheap silver marker that I also got at Macstock for 5 shekels. Be sure you mark off the ones that you've done already, so you don't do them twice. Oh, I finished all the black ones. Yes! Now I can get down to business. The thing is, with the big spaces, you've got time to ask really complete questions. For example, best movie you've ever seen, why? Or I could even write, what is the best movie you have ever seen and why? Whereas in the small ones, I have to make it short. Favorite season, favorite holiday, worst fashion trend, worst fear. I think I'm finished. Yep. So now I'll let it go. Now I have 2 balls that I can use, one for practicing with my students, one for staff building. It took me about half an hour to write all of these things on the ball. And I'll write all of the ideas that I had in the bottom in the description. It'll be linked to a Google Doc. But you could get them from all different places. You could get them from the internet. You could get them from the table of specifications that you're going to be using to practice the oral bagrut with your students. You can make them up with your students. You can also include them in dialogue journals that you're writing throughout the year. Why do they call it a thumb ball? You throw it to your students, and whoever catches it has to answer the question where their right hand thumb is. Favorite sport? Playing thumb balls. So I hope you find this helpful. These are cheap. The most important thing is that you find balls that are smooth, that don't have all sorts of writing on it, which was my biggest challenge. This is made out of sponge, so it's not going to hurt anybody if they get hit with it. If you like this movie, even though it isn't digital, let me know in the comments below. And the main thing, look for different ways to have fun practicing talking with your students. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Digitally yours, Adele.